Aloha and mahalo for joining me. I'm Janet and welcome to the Called to Create podcast. I am here to help you ladies unlock your creative potential and use your God-given gifts and start a business. Because you were called to create and you have so much to share, and the world needs your creative gifts to be shared right now, ladies. Let's do this. And today I wanted to talk to you about aha moments. And I've thought about this over and over again about what does that really mean? And I think because it just happens and we don't even really think about it. And so what I did was I went to Webster's dictionary online and I looked up the meaning of aha moment, and they actually had that in the dictionary. I was really surprised. But here's what it said: an aha moment is a moment of sudden realization, inspiration, insight, recognition, or comprehension. And I thought, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like when you really think about it, if you've ever had an aha moment, what I tend to do is I tend to look up and look kind of like in the sky, or if I'm outside or looking up, and I think about it. Oh yeah, you just realized something, or like that other term, oh, the light bulb went on, right? You had a light bulb moment. And it's the same thing as an aha moment where you're like, oh, I get it now. Okay, this is cool. And I want to ask you, are you paying attention to your aha moments that you're having? Because they are super important. All of these things that the dictionary was talking about, like you realize something, you get an inspiration or an insight into something, you recognize something, or you just comprehend and you fully understand it. And this can happen if you're trying to study and understand something for a really long time, and then finally all the pieces come together of what you're trying to learn, and then you get that aha moment, okay, I get it now. And I like to have those moments. And when I'm creating, being creative, doing crafts or sewing or anything that I'm doing that I feel is creative, I always have aha moments of oh yeah, maybe if I added this to it, it would look better. Or, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. These two things work together, or these two colors look good together. So try to make it so that you have a lot of aha moments during the day. And for those of you that who have a belief in God and you turn to God in everything that you do, and like I do, I believe that these aha moments come from God as well, especially the inspiration part. So if you are a person who turns to God, pay attention to those inspiration moments that you get, like the things, the thoughts and feelings that you get. Pay attention because they're coming from a really good place and it's going to really help you. And try to make it a point to where you put yourself in things or activities or conversations or situations where it's such a good place to be that you get these aha moments and you learn something new. Because it's good to have these aha moments that you're like, wow, this is cool. But it's another thing to actually do something with that aha moment. It's not like you can say, oh wow, that's cool, I get it now. But then if you just leave it at that, that aha moment doesn't have its full purpose. I believe that once you have that inspiration and aha moment, I believe that you should do something with it. Write it down. I always say write everything down and keep a log of all the aha moments that you have and all these ideas that come to you, because God is giving you these aha moments for a reason. And like I always say, everything that you do and create, it's always to bless your life and to bless the lives of other people. So I can guarantee that when you have an aha moment, it will definitely bless your life and other people's lives. And put that to the test too. If you're not quite sure what I'm saying, makes sense, or if it's true, put it to the test. When you have an aha moment, write it down and share that aha moment with someone and see what happens. See if like they benefit from it, or they can learn something new, and on and on. It's like that ripple effect that it could have. Okay, so take a moment, think about any aha moments that you've ever had, and if you remember any of them, write them down. It's always good to keep a log so you can go back and look. There's something super powerful that happens when you actually take a physical writing instrument. Like, I love colored pens, ink pens, Sharpies. I love using colored pens, and every day when I write something, it will be a different color. And I just find that it's very powerful when I'm writing things down in my notebook and I'm using my colorful pens. You don't have to, but I think that just makes it more fun. I look back at it, and it just makes all life come together. Like, everything just makes more sense. And I want to share this with you because I want you to have more aha moments and have those times where everything just comes alive. Okay, we want to be alive. Create something that makes you come alive so that you have aha moments. And please share this podcast with anyone who you know would get great value out of listening to it. Or if you know anyone that wants to start a creative business, please send this podcast their way. I would really appreciate that. And I want to invite you to come over and join my Call to Create podcast community in Facebook. And that's where you can connect with other listeners of this show, and I can answer your questions. You can, it's going to be a place for you where you can learn and grow and work together with other wonderful women. And I really want you to be there. Okay, I'm looking forward to meeting you. So go over to bit.ly/call to create podcast. I'm so looking forward to it. And I want to ask you a favor. If you can please take a minute to rate and review this podcast. And if you're listening to this podcast in the Apple Podcast app, you can rate and review this show right there at the bottom. So as soon as you open my show, you can just scroll down all the way to the bottom and you can rate and review it right there, because reviews are so important and they tell potential listeners and Apple that this show is worth listening to. And I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And have a great day, ladies. Take care of yourself. Aloha.